Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you so much for checking out another episode of Arkansas Off-Road. Hope you guys are staying safe out there with this crazy COVID-19 stuff. I know it's got a lot of people going stir crazy. I've definitely been spending most of my time out in the garage just piddling and going through my gear and doing maintenance and things like that. But anyway, the point of this video, I wanted to show you guys one of the first things I built on the TJ, which was my rear cargo setup platform, or whatever you want to call it. It is by no means perfect. It's one of the first things I did, like I said. It's got some room for improvement and things like that, but it's honestly held up very well. It holds all of this cargo and gear and stuff that I take on my overland trips, and it literally is the most simple thing you can think of. It's so easy and so cheap. So I'm sure you guys have lots of time on your hands. I thought this would be kind of a cool project for you to do in the garage. But before we get to that, I wanted to share with you guys some of my gear and my cargo and all my camping gear and how I have it laid out and organized and things like that. And then I'm going to put all that cargo into the back of the Jeep, and I'll show you how everything fits and just kind of how I use my gear when I go out camping. So just to give you a couple updates on the Jeep and some things I've been doing to it here and there in the garage, I have just gone through and done quite a bit of maintenance to everything. I repainted my fender flares. They were just getting kind of tired and kind of sun bleached, so I painted those and they look really nice now. I rotated my tires. I did an oil change, did a transfer case fluid change. I did a front sway bar delete. I actually can drive on the highway perfectly fine with one finger on the steering wheel, with the tint on and everything, and I don't have any issues of concern or sketchiness driving. I don't have any death wobble or anything, and actually drive around town with it disconnected anyway, so figured why not just unzip a couple bolts and take it off. It's not serving any purpose. So did that, and then one of the last things I did was I changed out my battery terminals because I was having some connectivity issues, and just got some heavy duty ones. So that's all squared away, and the Jeep's looking good, and it's ready for another adventure. Yeah, I'll show you this gear right here, and then we will show you the back of the Jeep, and I'll show you the platform thing I built, and then we'll load the gear into the back, and I'll show you how I use it. All right, guys, so before we go through this stuff, I strongly encourage you grab your favorite brewski, and we'll go through this stuff together. So one thing I've noticed throughout the years of me camping, with gear specifically, is it is so important to keep all your gear consolidated and ready to go all the time. If your gear's like scattered through the house or it's not organized or anything like that, it makes the prep time for camping take so much longer. So I would encourage you to buy like several of these bins that I'll go through and show you, and just make sure everything's like there, ready to go, and all you got to do is just load up your stuff and go. All right, the first thing I have here is my sleeping bag. So this is a Big Agnes Lost Dog sleeping bag. This is really cool because you can just chunk it in here. I have my pillow in here as well, and you don't have to like spend 10 minutes stuffing it into a really tight sack or anything. This right here is just a big old canopy, a 10 by 10. So if I'm gonna be at an Overland event or something, I usually bring that, and it's just a nice place for people to congregate underneath and stuff. I don't bring that on many trips, but moving down, of course, I have my power generator, power bank thing, 500 watt Suaoki. All right, so moving along, up top, I just have a regular duffel bag. This is for my clothes and extra shoes and whatever I need. Clothing wise goes in here. I have my bug out bag right here. So this is basically just all my first aid stuff, ammunition, water filtration, straw, things like that. Kind of my survival backpack. Back there I have a couple just regular folding camp chairs, nothing too special. And right here is a few camera gear, odds and ends, just a tripod and stuff. I got a little machete here and my Fisker's axe. I use that for chopping firewood at camp. And that's basically this kind of stuff. And then the meat and potatoes of my camp setup is within all of these bins. Let me move the camera and I'll show you guys what's in these bins. Whew, had to throw on a t-shirt. It was getting kind of toasty out here in the garage. But yeah, man, this is it. This is all my camping gear. For the most part, it is very budget friendly. This is some cheap stuff you guys can buy just about anywhere. You don't really have to order any of this stuff online. First of all, I have just a regular, this is a Lifetime 5-foot table. I can't remember. You can buy this at any hardware store. I have a regular Ozark Trail cooler. This is just a Walmart special. You know, this is just not a high-end cooler or anything. I do get quite a bit of questions on this little guy. This is just a little, I don't know, molly pouch thing. I got this at Academy Sports. It's a Magellan. It kind of just buttons to your cooler. And it actually fit this Walmart one, so I thought that was cool. And I paid $2 for it on sale. Right here is a regular Colman propane stove. This is, you know, again, a Walmart thing. This is the tried and true stove. It's gonna last forever. These I got at Cabela's or Bass Pro. They're just Plano ammunition bins. They're really cool. They have some dividers in there to keep your stuff organized and everything. And these right here are probably the coolest bins you can buy for overlanding and gear storage. They're called Ridgid. I bought these at Home Depot. This one was like $30, this was like $40, I think, something in that ballpark area. But what's really cool is you can stack these, you can interchange them. I think they have 3 other kinds that you can buy and kind of mix and match, and it's really, really cool. And they actually fix to each other, and they're waterproof. They're just so cool, and they look really tough. Yeah, we'll open these up and I'll show you guys the actual gear that I'm running inside of them. All right, before I forget, I really wanted to show you guys a cool mod I did to this Colman stove. Now, I know a lot of people out there have this stove. It's a very popular stove. One complaint I had about this was it was super slippery. You know, I use this on top of this table to cook my meals and stuff at camp. And it was like super dangerously slippery. And also, besides that, it rattled like crazy. When I'd go, you know, off-road, I would just hear that metal grate in there bouncing up and down, and it was driving me crazy. What I've done is I went to the hardware store and bought a little rubber mat here. You can get this, you know, whatever length you want. And I just took it home and cut it to size. I cut it to this size here. And now what this does is it provides a placemat for your stove. So you can see how crazy grippy this is. And then the other thing I've done is I've eliminated the rattle completely. So I put this back on, line up the holes, line up these 2 holes, just like that. And then I put this on and latch it together, and there's literally no rattle at all. So that's a little cool bonus tip for you guys. All right, so here are these really cool bins. This one here, I have a lot of like toiletries and some cooking knickknacks and pocket stoves and things like that. So a lot of small items go in here. You can see right here, this is like a rubber gasket, so it's waterproof, watertight. At least in my testing it has been. It's cool because these things right here are interchangeable, so you can take them out. So these things, you know, come out too, which is pretty cool. Right here I just have some toiletries like soap. I wash my dishes with this little scrubby thing. Me and my wife's toothbrushes, toothpaste, chapstick. Right here I have another little pocket stove. I have some dude wipes. Right here I have my coffee making stuff. So I have an AeroPress that I like to use to make coffee at camp. And then right here is just a little fuel source, some propane. I have a Stanley thing with some cups and stuff that I use to boil my water in. Next, I have just a little basic set of pots and pans that collapse. I really don't use these much. I use my skillet mainly for food, but it's there if I need it. Again, I have all kinds of soaps. A lot of these are my wife's. Little lanterns, some tissues, and then I have my little Yeti that I use for coffee. So that's kind of all the little things right in there. All right, well, as you can tell for this bin, it's quite a bit bigger. So this is kind of where I put my bigger camping things. So another reason I love this is because it's a toolbox, right? It has this little thing, this little tray that you can use for kind of like a shelf in there. So I have, I have my lighter, I have like tongs, I have seasoning, I have all kinds of like skillet things. I have a little scrub brush here, lots of, you know, knives, and then down underneath I have my skillet, and then I have, you know, a couple propane sources, a cutting board, a pan, some paper towels, you know, basically a lot of cooking supplies. All right, so the last couple boxes I have are these Plano crates, and I keep 2 of them. One I keep for dry food storage, so like snacks and anything like that I keep in one. And this other one I keep like tools and spare parts and things like that. So I have gloves, a shovel, my winch remote, I have a little tester in here, I have a little electrical kit with all kinds of stuff in there in case I have any electrical issues. So this is kind of like my safety box or whatever you want to call it. So this stays in the Jeep most of the time. All right guys, I'm just gonna turn the Jeep around real quick so we can see the rear. Alright guys, so here is the little rear storage setup I made. Now I know it is not the most glamorous thing, you know, at all by far, but it has worked really well for me. By the time you have your gear loaded and down and everything, like, this is not going anywhere at all. I have these really cool front runner stratchets that are basically a stretchable ratchet, and they are awesome for keeping my gear tied down. Alright, so here it is out of the Jeep. You can see I did skimp on the carpet. I need to go back and redo the carpet and fill, you know, all these spaces. One last little mod I want to show you guys that I did up here was I got a little clothes rack and Velcro and some under cabinet lights, and basically have some cool little LED lights back here. The dome light up there is basically useless, and it's not far back enough to provide light back here. Yeah, basically this clothes hanger is just zip tied to the roll cage, and it stays up there really nice. All right, real quick, I just wanted to give you guys some rough measurements of this in case you wanted to build it. So end to end, it is 58.5 inches. And top to bottom basically is the height of your tub right here. The depth, mine is 24 inches, so 2 feet. The reason that it's in 2 separate pieces is because, for one, it's really easy to take in and out when it's 2 pieces. One piece, you know, almost 60 inches long would be pretty tough to finagle in and out of there, so I divided it like that. But also I wanted to separate my gear. Right here I have like my table, because it's more of like squarish items and things like that perfectly fit here. And then my camp chairs fit in this little slot here, so anything vertical and, you know, something like that can be fitted there. One thing I totally forgot to mention to you guys was these little tie downs that I bought. I just got these at the hardware store and spaced them out accordingly to, you know, the type of gear that I have up here. All right, first thing we got is the Ridgid box. Here's the second one that I just stack on top. Got my camp chair in the bottom here. Next I have one of my Plano tubs that I keep over here in the corner. Next comes the cooler. And then I put my little power bank charger right here, and I usually lift this up and tie it down with a ratchet strap or a bungee or whatever to keep it from sliding, so that goes right there. One thing I used on a previous setup before I had this white table was this little jug, and it's like the perfect height for this shelf. So if you guys have one of these, they're really cool. They're at Walmart, you know, just a really a nice water jug for camping and stuff. My table unfortunately goes there, and the height just doesn't work. So next this goes in here. Then I usually have my camping stove. Then I'll take my sleeping bag or my duffel bag or clothes or whatever, and I'll stuff it under here. And once I do that, it basically makes this stuff not rattle around. So I got plenty of room in there, and then, you know, my duffel bag will go there. So yeah, that's pretty much the big stuff, the main things that I take when I camp. There is quite a bit of room back here behind the seat that I use as well. And you know, you can pull the seat forward and stuff some stuff under there if you need some more storage, but that's pretty much it. That's all I use. And then again, this space, if I do take my dog, he barely fits right here. All right guys, so that's basically about it. The only thing that I really have left to do is to strap these things down. All right guys, well I think that's gonna do it for this episode. Thanks again so much for watching. Real quick before I let you go, I do have a few die cut stickers that I've made. If you want one of these, please message me on Instagram. My name will be below right here on the video. If you guys want one of these, just let me know, and you know, the first people that message me, I'll put you down, and you know, when it runs out, it runs out. So here's the last one. So yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching the video. I hope I was able to give you a project, maybe to cure your boredom in this weird quarantine season. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a good day.